Today on Veteran Stand Up, we're talking about the military to civilian transition with Michael Quinn, two-time LinkedIn top voice and a transition expert. Well, Michael, it's been a while since we've checked in. You've been out and about. We've been following you on LinkedIn. What's trending out there? What are you getting asked about in terms of the transition?
Well, Paul, honestly, I don't think it's really changed that much. The biggest problem is that people aren't doing their homework. Meaning they're going into the transition and either they want to list everything that they can do, or they list a job that they arbitrarily chose, like program manager or project manager. And the issue is they really don't know what goes into that job. They don't understand what the hiring managers and recruiters are looking for from an accomplishment standpoint. They don't understand KPIs, what a day's like, or anything else like that. So how do you choose a job?
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you find us all?
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you find them is you have to talk to people in those jobs. You're not going to get it from research and Google that much. You've got to actually reach out and talk to project managers, find out what they do every day, what they like, what they don't like, what success looks like, what challenges are there. And if you do enough of these phone calls, what happens is you start to understand what goes into the job. Sometimes you realize, hey, wait, I don't want to do that. And that's perfect. Better to find out while you're still transitioning. Mm-hmm. But once you've found the job and you've had enough of these conversations, you start to speak like a project or program manager. You start to highlight the right accomplishments. And in time from all those conversations, you'll have mentors that will be able to open doors for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, good things will happen along the way, right? To include maybe we're hiring one at our company.
Absolutely. That's the biggest thing. I like to say, ask for advice and you might get a job. Ask for a job and you might get advice, right? So if you talk and build relationships and you start sounding like them, sometimes these mentors or these phone calls are going to say, hey, wait, I've got an opportunity. Why don't you send me your resume? And that's the ultimate, foot in the door.
Now, one of the things that people often talk about transition, there's a lot of resources out there. Do you have a favorite or one or two you can recommend that folks draw on if they need it?
So absolutely. The number one favorite for me, of course, is LinkedIn, because you can search for a job title and you can search for veterans, filter it down by veterans, and you can have access to people in any industry, any company, any location, any job around the country and reach out. But for some people, that's a little tough off the bat. So I'll also recommend American Corporate Partners. American Corporate Partners is a national nonprofit founded out of New York City by a retired investment banker. And I think the thing is he saw the second plane hit the World Trade Center and he wanted to give back. So what they do is they've partnered with about 120 Fortune 500 companies, and they will pair you up with a mentor that'll work with you for an entire year. So it's not like a one and done call. They actually have the time set aside to work with you every month. And then ultimately, they can also open up their networks to you, which is, once the relationship formed, the most powerful thing somebody can do.
Do your homework, check out ACP, and obviously follow you on LinkedIn if you're not already. One of those few people who have not already.
Yes, thank you.